Hello, I am back. It's been since December, and I have not filmed a video because I did not want to film a video until I had this situation resolved. And ladies, I got it resolved. If you are new to my channel, hello, I am Jennifer. I am in perimenopause, and I share here all about my experience. And my last video and situation I was sharing on is my testosterone journey. I have been taking testosterone now for the last 4 years, and again, I'm still in perimenopause. I am 52. Previously, I was getting it from a compounding pharmacy, which is not covered by insurance, so I was paying out my pocket. So as of last December, my doctor was willing to see if we could call in a prescription to my insurance and get it covered, to see if they would cover it. Now, the bad news was they did not. They denied it. She even did a prior authorization, denied it. Now, my doctor was also 3 days out from retiring. So she was so kind, but she just didn't have the time to see it through. So I took it upon myself to appeal it myself. So I did that. I wrote a letter, on why, this should be not right, not fair, discriminatory against women, blah, blah, blah. So come to find out, it took months, like 3 or 4 months. I finally called the company that supposedly handled these prescriptions or the prior authorizations or the appeals. So they got nothing. So I waited for 3 months and I called, and of course they got nothing. How convenient. They also only give you a P.O. box that you can mail to. Hello, you can't do certified mail to a P.O. box. How convenient. So I don't know what happened, but of course they said they lost it, which I told the lady, you know what, I wasn't surprised. I kind of expected that that's what I was going to be told. So I was really discouraged at that time. And I kind of was like, okay, whatever. And then, mind you not, my doctor is gone. So now I'm going to get a new doctor. But the good news was my doctor had left me, was going to leave me in the care, or supposedly a new doctor was coming into to take her place. And she was a menopause specialist. So I was really looking forward to that, but this is still now, she just came on, so I had to wait for her. And I also ended up going to another facility to get my care in the meantime, and nobody could help me with the testosterone. So I actually went ahead and finally got an appointment with this new menopause specialist, but I was going to run out of my testosterone. So I asked the doctor that kind of just took over for my last doctors, maybe just stepped into her role and took over her patients. So I had her call. She said, okay, I'll call it in for you. Well, this is the funny part. Now, again, I've been getting it from a compounding pharmacy. But she did not call it into a compounding pharmacy. She didn't call it into compounding pharmacy. She called it into my insurance company and even did a prior authorization. Go figure. I had no idea. I'm just waiting to get approval from the compounding pharmacy because they usually call and say, okay, your doctor called this in, blah, blah, blah. And then, you have to pay for it and then they send it to you. So I thought that was kind of strange. And then I got an email saying that a prior authorization for testosterone had been approved. And I was like, what? So I was so shocked. And I kind of thought it was maybe my final answer from the last appeal that I did, but no, it was not. This doctor that took over for my doctor put in a prescription for testosterone and they approved it. They approved it right away. So then I called her and I was like, okay, this is amazing. Like, can you go ahead and fill this because you guys didn't send it, to the right place. So anyways, long story short, again, she ended up saying, okay, we'll send it to the right place to have it filled. And then I was like, oh my gosh, this is too good to be true. So this was amazing. Then it was done. They approved it. And so then I was like, okay, now what do I do? So I called the pharmacy and I said, okay, do you have a prescription for me? Then her nurse was handling it. And so my chart had messaged me and said, oh, did you get it? Is it saying it's not there? And I'm like, so anyways, I called my pharmacy, and they're like, yeah, we have it here. But there's been a discrepancy. And I was like, oh, of course, there's been a discrepancy. Yes, there's a discrepancy because I'm a female and I'm trying to get testosterone. Anyway, but the good news was the pharmacist just needed clarification on the dose. So they called the doctor back, and then the doctor called right away, and they just had to clarify and the actual dose, because it's for a woman. And remember, this is now that I'm getting a male product. Okay, so then the pharmacy said, I got a text message saying you have a prescription ready for pickup. And I was like, oh my gosh, the heavens opened. So I just wanted to share this with you guys right away. This just happened today. I just went and picked it up. I literally was like putting it in my purse when the pharmacist gave it to me and wanted to okay, get the getaway car ready. Let's go before they change their mind. So anyways, okay, so and this is the funny thing, this is the weird part. Okay, you guys, the prescription that my other doctor had called in was for Testim. That was what was denied. So then when this doctor called this prescription, and I had no idea what product she called in. There's Testim, there's Androgel, there's many different brands. But again, all male products because there's no female product. So yet, I think we're close. And every woman that comes and does what I'm doing and pushes the envelope to get the insurance companies to pay for this for us, even though it's a male product, it's going to push it for the FDA to approve a woman's product. They're going to, I know it. So this is good. So every time one of us does this, and this was not only for me, you guys, this was for all of us. Trying to make a change here. So anyways, but that's the funny part. What was denied was Testim. But this is what they gave me. So go figure, what's going on over there? And then again, I did a short on this. I did a video on this. Since when are our insurance companies deciding what medication is right for us? That's not right. So anyways, okay. Don't want to get sidetracked, guys. Okay, so I want to show you guys. So this is the Testim. Again, this is a male product. And it basically comes with 50, I believe it's 50. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I think there's 50 in a pack, okay? They come in these little gel packs. Okay, now, for a male, he would use this whole thing. For a female, it's cut into 10 doses, divided by 10. So this is what a female would use. So it's basically a pea-size amount. Now, I want to tell you the funny thing. Because there's no FDA approved for women, the instructions are that I use a pea-size amount of this, and I discard the rest. I'm like, excuse me? You want me to use a pea-size amount and then discard, throw this away? And the pharmacist says, yes, because they don't know. Remember, this is designed that a male would use this whole thing and be done. Well, because they don't know if the product survives, if the product goes bad. So for, to make sure, they tell you to discard it. Okay, well, this girl is not going to discard it, okay? I'm not going to discard it. I'm going to put it out there right now. We are going to use every drop. Now, I imagine this would be for 10 days. So I can see where that would maybe come into trouble. I'm going to make sure I have it nowhere in the sun once I open it, or I'm going to keep it in a cool, dry place. I'm also going to maybe put it in like a Ziploc bag and seal it so it doesn't get any air or anything moisture to it. And I'm going to keep it in a cool, dry place. So I think it'll be fine. But I will keep you guys posted and let you know how it goes. It says it's fine in room temperature is what it should be stored, but we'll see. So I'm going to just open this, take a pea-sized amount, rub it in. Of course, inner thighs. I used my testosterone all over, and that's the best thing to do is rotate your site. So I actually used it in the back of my knees. I would use it in the inner wrist here. I would use it even here, like, you know, in this skin in your inner arm. And again, you can use it in the inner thigh, and even in the first labial fold is also okay. I've even heard people say that you can put it directly on your area. So, but you know, you do want to rotate, you do have to rotate the site. You always have to rotate the site. And I know a lot of women are worried like, oh, well, if I put it there, I'm going to grow hair. That is definitely possible. But I think that's the most silliest thing ever because we're growing hair everywhere and we always have. All right. Sorry, you guys, my camera went down. Okay, so I'm going to keep you posted. Any questions, please reach out. Let me know. And I will keep you guys posted.